We are creators. We create health, and our belief system can cause us to create disease. And the issue is this, then where are your beliefs? Are you living in fear at this moment? Are you concerned that the immediate future might see you get a flu and then you're going to see the picture, I'm going to die? I go, this is a very negative belief system, because the belief system causes the release of chemistry into the blood, stress hormones in this particular case. I say, why is it relevant? Because the chemistry of the blood controls the genetics. That's called epigenetics. As you change your mind, you change the chemistry that's into this blood. And there's a different chemistry between a chemistry of love and a chemistry of fear. The chemistry of love enhances your vitality. The chemistry of fear compromises your vitality. And I say, yeah, but a lot of these are programs. And I say, well, then, oh my goodness, it's not your conscious mind that's creating the problem. It's below consciousness. It's subconscious programs that we bought into. I'm weak, I'm vulnerable, I could get this. And those are the programs that are operating below consciousness that are shaping your life. Now, we've talked about a biology belief for years about the nature that we've been programmed. And as I said, in this particular case, the programming that we got has disempowered us in a medical emergency, because the first thing we did is give up power and say, I buy whatever the professionals tell me. And I said, wow, if they're not telling you the truth, then you could be way down the wrong path of life. You can change these beliefs once you see these beliefs. And the important part about these beliefs is, as the biology belief talks about, 95% of your life is coming from subconscious programming. So your life is a program of your beliefs. And I say, so why is it relevant? I say, well, what are your beliefs? Are you feeling safe and sound and healthy that you can thrive through all of this? Or are you all of a sudden on the edge of, oh my God, I could be a victim, I could die, I could have this serious illness? I say, these are programs. The two natural ways of changing the program are self-hypnosis, which is how a child learns programs in the first 7 years. After age 7, we acquire new programs through a process of repetition or habituation, repeating something over and over and over again, and then we learn it, it becomes a habit. And then there's a new way of healing these programs called energy psychology. And on my website, brucelipton.com, I've got about 25 different modalities, different versions of energy psychology. Pretty much they work on the same. One I can talk about the most is the one that I use, the one I'm most familiar with. So I'm not saying the other ones are less effective. I'm just going to say that the one that I've experienced that was most effective in changing my life, because the programs, once I understood what I wanted to change, that was the harder part of what program I want to put in, using a psyche process developed by Rob Williams, in my experience, was the most rapid way of reprogramming those programs that are not supporting us, programs that are, creating a disability just because of the belief program. And I found that using the psyche had changed my life so profoundly that I have rewritten programs, the ones that scared me, the ones that I live in fear, I used to live in fear, and now my life is like I live heaven on earth. Why? Because eliminating the programs that disempowered me, of course, led to programs that empower me. And I live by the psyche process because many of the issues I had in my life, like even writing the book, The Biology of Belief, I couldn't have written it because of limiting subconscious beliefs. And thank God I had, psyche through Rob. And it was amazing because after changing that belief, the book came out. I started to recognize that my limiting beliefs, and now I am like one of the happiest people around. For what reason? I reprogrammed the fear. I've reprogrammed the bad programming I got from my parents. I'm in a state of honeymoon with my partner Margaret every day, 22 years. Why? Because when my bad program started to show up, subconscious, meaning below conscious, I couldn't see what the programs are because that's the nature of it. Let me just give one story before I turn this over to Rob because it's relevant. And that is simply this. I tell the same story for 20 plus years in my lectures, and it's simply this. I call it the story of Bill. I say, you have a friend that you grew up with, you knew your friend's behavior very, very well, and you happen to know your friend's parent. And one day you see your friend has the exact same behavior as their parents, so this excites you, and you got to tell, like, hey, Bill, you're just like your dad. And I say, back away from Bill. The moment you say that, Bill is going to go to ballistic. How do you compare me? I'm nothing like my dad. I don't, what are you, crazy? I go, well, I tell that story, and the audience starts laughing. They start laughing because all of them have that experience. I say, this is the most profound experience that you have to understand, and that is this. Subconscious programs play when the conscious mind is busy, which is 95% of the day, because that's when the conscious mind is busy thinking, which is not looking out your eyes, but looking in your head, because thinking is inside. And so if you're thinking, the conscious mind is not controlling your biology. It's not even looking out at the world. So when you start to think, behavior is automatically controlled by subconscious programs, which is like autopilot. And these programs came from other people. And up to 70% of them are disempowering, self-sabotaging beliefs. So I say, what's the point? We are all Bill. We are living a life where we think consciously, I'm creating what I want, but not recognizing that 95% of our life is not coming from creative wishes, it's coming from the programs. Our life is a printout of our programs. If you are in fear, if you are in struggle, if you are in need and desire and can't get there, it's not because the universe won't give it to you. It's almost inevitably your program does not support that destination. If you're out there now and you're concerned about your health in this COVID-19 epidemic, that's a concern that has been overblown by the media, because the concern is that you're not going to have a flu, you're going to die. And that fear of death disempowers you, because the fear of death says, somebody else take care of me. And you give up your power. And it's time to take that power back, because it's the fear that is killing you, not the biology. The biology is corresponding to whatever that fear is that's coming in. In my particular case, is the virus all around me? I go, yeah. Am I afraid? No, I'm not afraid of the virus at all. And if I do get a problem, I know it's handleable and I'm not going to die. Why? Because my subconscious programs have eliminated that fear. That really wasn't true. It just scares me, and scares me shuts me down. Well, can I change those beliefs? And the answer, of course I can change those beliefs, but you have to do it in certain ways. It doesn't just happen because I would say, don't be afraid of the virus. That doesn't change anything. It's a program. You have to reprogram. And when you do that, you become empowered to manifest the life that quantum physics just said we have. We are creating this life with consciousness. If your consciousness has negative aspects, then that was what's going to manifest. But you can change all negative aspects of the subconscious using energy psychology, and specifically the one that I'm familiar with, the one that profoundly changed the life that I live, is Psyche. So you become your program. If your program's not empowering you, then your programs are disempowering you.